The Chicago Bears have finally settled on an offensive coordinator, hiring the guy I had listed as my favorite candidate. Among the 9 guys the Bears interviewed, Shane Waldren is the Chicago Bears' newest offensive coordinator. Waldren has been with the Seattle Seahawks as their offensive coordinator and play caller for the last 3 seasons. He led them to a top 10 scoring offense and top 10 passing attack in 2022. Waldron took Gino Smith, who was a career bust, and turned him into an MVP candidate. Let's dig into that for a second. Gino Smith was a 32-year-old quarterback, and he had been written off and labeled a bust by everyone in the NFL. He had thrown 29 touchdowns and 37 interceptions throughout his entire career. He wasn't on anyone's radar to be a starting quarterback, but somehow Shane Waldron had a ton of success with Gino operating his offense. Waldron can be credited for completely saving Gino's career. He turned him from a bust to a legit MVP candidate in 2022 and helped him earn the Comeback Player of the Year award and play his way to a new 3-year, $75 million deal. Gino also would go on to throw for over 4,000 yards and 30 TDs in his first year starting with Shane Waldron, and both of those would be Chicago Bears franchise records. In his time starting for the Seahawks, Gino threw 55 touchdowns to 21 interceptions. The difference between what he did earlier in his career and the success he had with Shane Waldron is incredible, and that speaks volumes to a coach that knows how to get the most out of his players. Now, I will say that after putting together a top 10 passing offense and scoring the 4th most touchdowns in the NFL last year, the Seahawks offense took a step back this season. However, even with Gino's struggles this year, Waldron still managed to have the 14th best passing attack in the NFL. He was not expected to be available, but with Pete Carroll stepping down from coaching, Waldron was able to seek employment elsewhere, and the Bears have brought him home. I think this is a huge hire. I'm extremely excited about it, and I think he's one of the best young and upcoming play callers in the NFL. Shane Waldron is only 44 years old, and he comes from the Sean McVay coaching tree. He fits exactly what I was looking for in a play caller. He operates a similar scheme that is based on the Shanahan-McVay outside zone, and it shouldn't be that much different terminology-wise to what this offense already knows. That should help make this an easy transition for our offense. Waldron worked under Sean McVay for 3 years as a passing game coordinator before landing the Seahawks OC job. Waldron was also part of the legendary staff that Washington had, with Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, and Sean McVay on the same coaching staff. Waldron was also on that staff as an offensive quality control coach. He's worked with quarterbacks like Russell Wilson, Gino Smith, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, Robert Griffin, and even spent 2 years in New England with Tom Brady. He's worked underneath Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Pete Carroll, and Bill Belichick. An impressive resume for anyone. Waldron is a well-respected play caller who came in as a top 10 play caller in both 2022 and 2023. Using Patent Analytics' chart for ranking play callers this year, Shane Waldron finished ahead of Eric Bieniemy, Kellen Moore, and even Andy Reid. He finished ranked as a top 10 play caller just behind guys like Sean McVay, Ben Johnson, and Kevin O'Connell. Shane Waldron is a big name who's had a ton of success in the NFL. I will say, as always, we take all statistics with a grain of salt, but I agree that Waldron is a top 10 play caller in the NFL. He's also had more success passing the ball than running it, but he mixes in the run game to take play action shots and keep defenses honest. I'm pumped about this hire. Waldron is one of the best young and upcoming play callers in the NFL. He has had success calling plays with mobile quarterbacks. He operates a similar scheme that shouldn't be too hard for our players to pick up. And the work he did with Gino Smith gives me a ton of excitement for what he should bring to Chicago. Whether that's with Justin Fields or a rookie QB, I think Shane Waldron is the perfect man for the job. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll have a more in-depth look at Waldron's offensive systems and play calling coming soon. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.